Oh, scroll up. Let me see this for a second. No, the other way. Sorry. Yeah, that's okay. We're correct. Welcome to Front Row Center, starring the students of David Green's Musical Theater University. This week, we thought we would take you behind the scenes of Front Row Center to meet some of the cast and crew and hear about what it's been like for them. Let me start over. Sorry. I could use a drink, yes. 3, are we still rolling? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Front Row Center, starring the students of David Green's Musical Theater University. This week, we thought we would take you behind the scenes of Front Row Center to meet some of the cast and crew and hear about what it's been like for them producing this weekly TV variety show, and especially under some of the most strict COVID health and safety protocols necessary to keep the show on the air. And we have some wonderful unseen performances by several members of the cast along the way. Songs that were cut during the final edits of prior shows because of strict time constraints. We know that you'll enjoy those, but first I wanted to tell you a little bit about Musical Theater University. David Green's Musical Theater University just celebrated its 8th season in the Coachella Valley as the only professional level training ground in the region for young people with aspirations for Broadway careers. Over the past several decades, David Green has trained hundreds of actors working on Broadway and in film and television, including 2 Tony Award winners, Lindsay Mendez and Stephanie Block, the original Belle in Beauty and the Beast, and Tony nominee Susan Egan, the star of TV's Glee, Tony nominee Matthew Morrison, and so many more. Today, Mr. Green and his faculty, made up of Broadway and Hollywood veterans, trains and mentors young people from right here in the Coachella Valley and throughout the greater Riverside County area who have similar talents, passions, and dreams of careers in professional theater. All of this is sponsored and presented by the Palm Springs Unified School District, so this entire professional education and these unique performance opportunities are offered to students free of charge. It is truly unlike any other program in the country. In a few minutes, we are going to take you behind the scenes of Front Row Center, but first, enjoy a performance by 16-year-old Linda Siniceros from Palm Desert High School. Okay, I think that was fine. We'll keep going. You can scroll up a little bit to where it says, no, the other way. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Front Row Center came about due to the COVID pandemic, since live theater came to an abrupt halt and the MTU students had no performance outlet to put their classroom education into practical use. While everyone else in the country took to streaming, MTU partnered with KESQ to create the desert's first and only weekly television variety show featuring these students. And let's hear from a few of our cast members about their experience transitioning from stage to television. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Due to COVID restrictions and for the safety of the cast and crew during tapings, all of our Front Row Center vocals were pre-recorded and the cast had to learn to lip sync to themselves during the actual show tapings. Believe me, this is an art unto itself. Cast members' voices were recorded as soloists on individual tracks, and our brilliant sound engineer, Broadway sound designer Randy Hansen, seamlessly edited and blended those voices together in preparation for taping. Now, the lip syncing was necessary so no air or saliva was emitted while the cast members were sharing the stage together. Front Row Center, okay. All right, right here, every cast member. 3, 2, 1. Every cast member was assigned their own microphone, never shared between performers, and all microphones, mic stands, stage equipment was meticulously sanitized between each and every take. Here's what a few of the cast and crew thought about the recording process. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to our very special behind-the-scenes episode of Front Row Center. I hope you're enjoying meeting some of the cast and crew and getting to see a few of the never-before-aired numbers from the season. Most of Front Row Center is taped in studio at Church 212 in Palm Desert, who generously donated the space to MTU for the season to make this weekly television program possible. We owe them a great debt of gratitude. but about half of the numbers were taped on location at some of the desert's most recognizable locations, like the Palm Springs Air Museum, the Cathedral City Amphitheater, and in downtown Palm Springs, and more throughout the valley. Taping on location can present its own unique challenges. Let me do that again. No, we're going to have to go. All right, well, yeah, we'll go back to it. That's fine. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I hope you're enjoying meeting some of the cast and crew and getting to see a few never-before-aired numbers from the season. Most of Front Row Center is taped in studio at Church 212 in Palm Desert, who generously donated the space to MTU this season to make the show possible. Well, we owe them a great debt of gratitude, but about half of the numbers were taped on location, some of the desert's most recognizable locations, like the Palm Springs Air Museum, the Cathedral City Amphitheater, and around downtown Palm Springs and more. Taping on location can present its own unique set of challenges. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Now we want you to experience Front Row Center's cast favorite taping location from Pioneer Town up near Yucca Valley. Here is That-A-Way. 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining me for this very special behind-the-scenes episode of Front Row Center. On behalf of KESQ, the Palm Springs Unified School District, Musical Theater University, and the cast and crew, I thank you for tuning in every week and for making Front Row Center one of the desert's most watched local television programs. Before we go, I asked a few of the cast members to give us a final thought about their Front Row Center experience. Each week, the MTU students were joined by celebrated Broadway veterans, guests. I need to start that over again from right there each week. 3, 2, 1. Each week, the MTU students were joined by a celebrated Broadway veteran guest star, from Pippin's Eric Altemus to Hairspray's Kate LaPrest to Company's Terry Ralston and more. We thought there was no better way to close tonight's show than with Broadway and television veteran Annalise Vanderpool from Disney's Beauty and the Beast and television's That's So Raven and Raven's Home. Don't forget to join us next week for another all-new episode of Front Row Center. Yep, that's it.